What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm here today with Parham, Naeem, and Amirali, and today we have a good episode, okay? Now, we are halfway into the season for the Premier League, and we thought it would be a good idea to kind of do our combined 11 team of the season so far for the EPL. So we are going to be going through position from goalie all the way to striker, same as our previous videos, honestly, and we're going to be discussing the players that we had in there. This is going to be interesting, okay? I feel like there are certain teams that have been overperforming this season, and then there's certain teams that have been underperforming this season. So initially, in the beginning of the season, you could have had, let's say, like a lot of City players in there, but I don't know necessarily if you are going to be having any City players in there. And same for like a surprise squad like Nottingham Forest, for example. In the beginning of the season, you might not have had any players in there, but maybe you have a 1-2. You never know in there right now. But without further ado, we are going to kickstart things off, as always, with the goalkeeper, okay? I am curious, Naeem, goalkeeper, who was your goalkeeper?
Obviously, David Raya has to go in net for mid-26. So you have the usual suspects with Ederson and Allison, but I think Raya, for me in my fantasy at least, he has the most clean sheets. I think he's having a good season. So overall, for me, he's the best goalkeeper. I thought about Sanchez, but I don't. Every single time I've watched Sanchez at Chelsea, he hasn't been good. But it's gotta be Raya.
So before I say who I had in net, I mean, when you look at goalkeeper, I guess one of the things we want to always look at is clean sheets. And while that's a good metric to assess a goalkeeper, I think something you have to look at more is how many shots they faced, or how the team has. Because when you look at clean sheets, that kind of shows you how the team has performed as a whole. Now, I know at the end of the season, we always, give the goalkeeper trophy, the Golden Glove, I think it's called, to the goalkeeper that has the most clean sheets now. You can agree or disagree with that. But So that's why I've had Mark Flecken. That's the Dutch goalkeeper from Brentford. Now, I'm not going to pretend I watch Brentford every week. I've watched a few games, the United games and the big games. But if you look into it a little bit, Brentford have faced the most shot by far. Maybe not by far, but they've faced the most shots out of all the teams in the Premier League. And this guy has the most saves. He doesn't rank high in clean sheets. I think he has like a couple. They've conceded a good amount of goals. But when it comes to, kind of like an underperforming team, this guy is actually doing pretty well in his team. And he has 1 assist. So
Does he?
Yeah, he's one of I think a couple of goalkeepers have an assist this season.
Nice.
He's one of them, yeah.
Ah, damn, interesting. Damn, yeah.
So, like, that's kind of like the cherry on the top. But, I just making this team, like, I didn't just want to go with, like, the top 4, top 5 Prem teams. I wanted to kind of diversify it a little bit. So,
yeah.
Is he better than David Raya and the usual suspects, as the name said? Probably not, but, just to give them his flowers.
My goalie, I mean, as an Arsenal fan, represent, most people would think I would say Raya, but I'm actually going to go with Allison because, I mean, Raya, I've been watching some of the recent games and like most occasions, he's getting the clean sheets. He's got a rock solid defense. We do have the best defense in the league, so I think that helps a lot. But in terms of like actual performance, if I wanted to pick any goalkeeper and put them into my squad, I would put Allison. And also, I know that like we have like 18 goals conceded, which is the least, and I think Liverpool has like 19. But they also have the most clean sheets, and Allison is just like the best goalkeeper in terms of just like skill wise and pedigree. So I would go with him. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be interesting
No
because
way.
I had a goalie that none of you guys had, so it's gonna be interesting for a combined 11. I had Celso in there, the Nottingham Forest goalie. I think they've been very good defensively this year. A lot of different factors go into that, but honestly, I was looking at it, and with what I saw here, at least on the EPL website or whatever, he has actually the most clean sheets in the Premier League right now. It says he has 9.
You're right.
9.
Nottingham Forest.
After today's game, I think it's 9.
Yeah. After today's game, yeah.
Yeah, right. And then it's Pickford, and then Raya was 7, I think, with what I remember, or something like that. Yeah, I opted for Celso. I think he's been decent with what I've seen. Like when I watch Nottingham as well, I remember that he's made some like decent saves as well. Like I feel like I have to have a Nottingham defender / goalie, like someone in the defensive unit in there. I opted for having Celso in there.
Quick thing, not related to that. I just wanted to say Onana. I wanted to give him a little bit of a shot. I didn't have him in my team. I don't think he should be in the team. They're 14th in the league. But when you look at performance, you guys know I'm all about XG.
Yes.
He's actually the best performing goalkeeper. Now, what does that mean? That means, like, when you look at the amount of goals he should have conceded versus what he's actually conceded, he ranks the best out of all the teams. All the goalkeepers, rather, in the Prem. And that's because United has been conceding a shitload of chances and shitload of XG. And this guy's actually... And, he's improved a little bit over the last year. He still has that error in him. Here and there,
exactly.
But that's why maybe he's not quite there yet. But so I just wanted to give him a little bit of a shout. But I'm still gonna stick with who I had. But
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So you're gonna stick with Flecken, and then the Arsenal man
No,
Shocker
but like,
said
let's be
that
real
he
though. Like
would
if you all
switch
had
Raya.
to answer
Right,
though, like
and I'm
who
staying
would you
with
take
Raya.
out of these 4 keepers if you had to build a team?
If I had
If
to,
I had
that's a
to-
different story though. We're not
yeah,
doing
but
that.
they're
If I had to, it's
they're also
Allison,
the best
obviously.
team in the
But we're
league.
not
They're
doing
also
that.
But we're not doing
best,
that.
Power
and
ranking, right?
they're on top with clean sheets too.
But he was injured.
He was injured for a
I could
while.
say
Kelleher
Kelleher,
was
yeah.
Kelleher
Yeah,
was there
Kelleher
for a
was
while.
something, yeah.
I would take Kelleher like as a
That's the thing, yeah. Like if Allison wasn't
Oh,
injured
over
and he
Alisson,
could
yeah.
continue to be there, I'm pretty sure by the time he got injured, I think they had the most clean sheets at that time or something like that.
he still has a
Um,
lot of clean sheets if you look at given
Yeah,
the
yeah.
amount of games he's played. So like you still have to give him. But
Yeah, but honestly, bro, like even I don't mind switching to Raya, me for example as well. So
Alright.
yeah, like for me it was between Celso and Raya. I went for Celso, so I have no problem just sticking in with Raya as well.
Absolutely, 100%.
Farham, you gonna switch to Raya as well? All right, sure.
did you just
Three.
do this so we switched to Raya? Like,
I
it's all
guess.
planned, like
Yeah, no.
just to make
yeah.
it seem like you're neutral.
Yeah, shit.
all right.
Not fair, yeah. All right, then, yeah. So I guess we have our first Arsenal man in there. We shall see if there are going to be any more Arsenal mans in there. But we have David Raya in at net. He is our goalie for the team of the season so far, okay? Halfway through the season. From goalie, we are going to be going to left back. Amirali, who's your left back?
I actually had the guy from Fulham, Robinson. Again, going with the whole theme of having a diversified team. Not just diversified. I think he actually deserves to be in the team. Fulham have been phenomenal this season. They've had great results from some of the best teams in the league. Marco Silva is killing it there. I think he's going to get a big job, the manager, in his next job. Going back to Robinson, he's had 7 assists so far this season, and he's just been very solid in the team. And, looking at other left backs, I mean, who do we have? Robertson, he's kind of aging a little bit. I think if you look at the past 4 or 5 years, he's probably like the best left back in the league. City's been doing so bad. I can't really put any City mans in this team, but if there was one player from City, if I have to give him a shout, it would be Guardiola in there.
He started off well, but then he dipped kind of with everyone else.
He's very good at going forward. Like, that's one reason if I would have him in my team, but
yeah.
Just going based on pure form, I'm going to have to go with the Fulham man, Robinson.
In terms of like skill, maybe you could even put in Destiny, Adogi. Like, there's just not a lot of good Gavardiol. Like, they're good talent-wise, but they've just had bad seasons. And like Anthony Robinson, I like him. Like in terms of a left back, he feels like an actual solid left back that you would want in your team. And he also got like the U.S. Men's National Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, man, yeah. So he's solid. Yeah, I'd definitely take him.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. I think Naeem might have someone
Nice.
else.
I don't actually.
No, okay.
I do have a second. Yeah, so Anthony Robinson again. He was actually he had a failed medical with Milan a couple of years ago in 2019,
really?
I think. Yeah,
Man.
so I was put on to him. He played with Reece James at Wigan Athletica. He has most assists for fullback in the league for both left back and right back. So the other one I had was Milos Kirkish.
Yeah,
at Bournemouth.
that was
That's a
the
good
other
shout. Yeah, he's my academy boy. I saw it to back him. He's wearing red and black again. But again, I was looking between the two. I think Anthony Robinson is just like he's like 20, 26, 25. He's more defensively solid, solid. Just overall, he's having the best season to date. So.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Clean sweep. I went with Robinson as well. The other person that I had in mind is Kirkus, but Robinson, like he has a 7 assists. I feel like he's kind of a little bit more balanced overall than Kirkus personally. Robinson, he's been doing it for the last 2 years, I would say as well. Like even last season, he was great. He can go up, he can track back, he can defend, and I think Anthony Robinson deserves left back, and I think he will probably get a move this summer, honestly, from Fulham.
100%.
Maybe United bound.
Maybe
You never
United,
know.
yeah, I was going to say.
Hopefully.
With the whole... hopefully not.
That's crazy.
For Champions League.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
win Europa League, hey.
That's true. They're
True.
still in the Europa.
And be in the Champions League. We'll be the first team ever. Champions League football. I think that happened to one of the teams.
Wigan happened to Wigan a few years
Wigan
ago.
was in Europa League.
Yeah,
but
they
it
were
was
in
also
Europa,
in
but
Championship,
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
you're right.
Champions League and Championship.
It's the FA Cup.
That's
Yeah,
never
yeah.
been done.
United continues
can
to break
actually happen.
records.
That's mathematically possible.
there you go, I guess. So Anthony Robinson, he is our left back for team of the season so far in the EPL. Now from left back, we are going to go to right back. There's a couple of decent shouts in there, but I don't think like there's someone who's like clear of anyone else, in my personal opinion, at least with what I was looking at.
I know that, this last game wasn't his best, but yeah, but with all this
I was
Real
gonna
Madrid
say, yeah.
talk, it's kind of muddying the waters a bit in that locker room, so I kind of like that. But I mean, overall, like their first place, he's an integral part of that team. Liverpool has just been lights out this season, so I mean, I had to put him in there. I couldn't really see anybody else overtaking him. Yeah.
Naeem, who's your right back?
Again, Trent. I was really thinking about like who else comes to his level. It's like Mary, you talk about Kieran Trippier or Ben White or whatever. I think Trent's cut above the rest.
Yeah.
So he's got also done bits in fantasies. Yeah, again, he's a complete right back. So I think he's the best right back in the Premier League.
True. And Amarali?
Yeah, pretty much agree. Trent, like you said again, like there hasn't been anyone that has taken the spotlight this season at the right back position. But Trent, if you're making a team, like I would have Trent in my team. I
would VVD. Would
VVD.
yeah.
But no, Trent's been good, and he got his. I don't think he's had that many assists this season, but he's still got a couple. He's got 1 or 2 goals, I think, too, as well. So I think he is the best right back from what we have right now.
So I went for another Nottingham man. I went for Aina. I think he's had a very good season so far. Yeah, I think he's had a very good season so far. He had a good game today as well, honestly. And like so many of the players that we're talking about right now, well, I guess the players that are, I can't even say in like mid-level teams because those brothers are third right now, I think. Right?
Second, no? Yeah, third, sorry, yeah.
I think Arsenal's second, no?
Yeah, by goal difference.
Same points, but yeah, goal difference, I think so. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, like, I think he's another player that could potentially get a move, bro, in the summer. Like so many of these mans can get moves to bigger clubs. Again, with all due respect, Nottingham is third right now. We'll see if they keep it up until the end of the season. Yeah. But with what I've seen so far, I just really like what I've seen from Aina as well. Like the thing with Trent is I love Trent, but after watching that game yesterday as well, those defensive question marks that he has, they just kind of reinforced it for me. And just Aina, like I feel like he's more balanced than Trent overall. That does not mean anything because we have 3 Trents. So Trent Alexander-Arnold is. Yeah. I'm just curious. Why do you guys think he had that disaster class that he did, bro, yesterday?
And I think Trent's being rated higher than he is because of the shortage of the right back market. If you really think about it, there's really like a short number of like world class right backs that you love to have your team in. I think Trent's like benefiting from that, where people think he's the best right back in the world, but like 5 years ago he wouldn't be.
I'm telling you right now, that brother is lucky. Someone tweeted this. That brother's lucky that Reece James's legs are made of glass or something like that.
I swear you're right.
If Reece James was fit, bro, I think Reece would have been.
He would take it.
I know Trent is not good at defensively, given all that shit, but he is the defender in the Prem history with the most assists. Like I don't know if we can say he's overrated. I mean, he's bad at defending compared to his attacking, but like he's still.
I don't know,
he's
like
still a top right back.
No, he is. Yeah, he is. It's just like
ever and stuff. No, I'm not going.
I kind of agree with Naeem. Like, think about it this way: like, if you have certain players to a certain degree at a certain level, then it's harder for you to stand out. If the quality is lower, then it's easier for you to stand out as well. And the thing is, like, even if you think about it at the top of your head, like right backs, bro, like
there's none.
Carvajal, a 34-year-old, had a great season.
ACL.
Yeah, Koundé, that brother's a CB, but he's playing right back. Like, if you think about it, Frimpong is a right winger at this point.
Yeah, he's not right back.
You know what I mean? Like there's a point. I do still think that he is a great player, and I think potentially he is generational.
There was rumors, I don't know if it's true, like they had a
scrap or whatever.
Yeah, in the locker room there was something going on.
I don't know.
There's a lot of rumors. Something must have happened, right? I don't know.
Yeah, but anyways, so Trent, our right back. Now we are going to go to our CB partnership. Okay, Naeem. Who were your center backs? Both of them, your duo.
Okay, number 1, Virgil van Dijk, undoubtedly is my number 1 pick for the season. It's been so solid. People said he was finished after the injury. Not the case. He's still delivering. Number 2, I was really like thinking throughout the day, like, do I go? I was comparing Konate to the likes of Dean Huijsen or the guy Fabian Schär at Newcastle, and then one of the Nottingham Forest center backs, but then I just kept coming back. Is Ruben Diaz or Huijsen as good as Konate? I kept asking myself that, and I don't think any of those guys are good as Konate. So my center back pairing is both from Liverpool, Konate and Virgil van Dijk.
Interesting. Yeah. Parham, who was yours? I can only assume you had VVD and then an Arsenal
I
man, bro. But
you got it. Yeah, pretty much. I've got VVD and I got Gabriel. I think it's almost blasphemous to not include Gabriel. Like my guy's got the most involvements for a center back. So them corners FC. Let's go. The goal to goal. I love how everyone's talking shit about this right now. I swear it's just because it's us. But corners have always been a part of the game, bro. So however you score, we score. But I'll admit, like. I don't know. We've been very one dimensional this season. I just feel like we haven't really figured out what we need to do especially in terms of attack. So we're just not good enough, and I don't actually have a lot of Arsenal mans in my squad this time around.
yeah,
But maybe it'll change by the end of the season. But yeah, Gabriel, VVD. Naeem said it best. With VVD, like my guy's the best defender in the league, and then Gabriel has just had a solid season. So
yeah,
that's my
fair,
partnership. Yeah.
fair. Amirali, who was yours?
Yeah, Big Verge. No explanation needed. I think they have joint top best defense, or just after Arsenal. So that's obviously credit to Virgil van Dijk. But my partnership was with Saliba. I know Arsenal has been sort of struggling this season going forward, but at the back they've had zero problems. But if anything,
No, bro, we've been bad. Like
in
Saliba's
terms of
had a
goals,
pretty bad season.
has he
In
though?
my
I would
opinion.
still pick him over
The red
Gabriel.
card, the penalty, like last game. I don't know. It's not his
You
best
think?
season. I wouldn't put him in team of the season.
I would
That's
still
me.
pick him over. I mean, well, you're
Over
saying like
Gabriel, like Gabriel's been better this season.
this season in general, but I don't know. I want to like if I have Virgil van Dijk, I want Saliba beside him.
But
I don't know. It's
aren't both those Saliba errors injustice though, according to you, bro? Like the red card and then the penalty yesterday.
Dude, honestly, the Bournemouth one, I thought about it, and that one is definitely a red card. I've honestly, it's just like it happens so often, and then you find yourself being like, everyone's against us. There's an agenda. We're being refereed differently, and this and that, and it really does feel that way. But I'm sure every team feels that way when you're supporting a specific team. So I mean, I don't want to call bullshit anymore. Like, there's just been a lot of fuck ups, and like. That last game, I can't really say much. Like he did, like headbutt his face, and they made
But he did touch
thing
it,
out of it.
I didn't see that initially, but he did touch the ball though after.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It looked bad. Whatever. It's tough,
just I
but
think
it
it's just a very rare like occasion for that to happen. You know what I mean? Like it's very rare for someone to headbutt you while you're going for the ball.
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly. You're going for the ball too. I don't know. Once it was called, it couldn't be overturned. So whatever. But it's fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. But sorry, Amirali, because I interrupted you. But yeah,
no. Big Virgin Saliba. That was my picking.
yeah, my CB duo, Virgil van Dijk, clean sweep. He's in there, best defender in the world, bro. I don't even know what more we can say about that brother. He has a case for literally being the best defender in EPL history, in my opinion. Especially if he gets a second trophy as well, a second EPL. Like that just kind of makes his case even stronger. But anyways, yeah, that brother is just a freak of nature, man. And I think he can keep this level up for at least 2 or 3 years, honestly. Like, and then the other one, I went for a defender that I actually had in my team of the year in 2024. I went for the same man as Parham. I went for Gabriel.
Yeah.
I went for He's so happy, yeah? I'm not a hater now, am I, bro?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I went for Gabriel, bro. Just the goals that he has this year as well. Like that brother's a one man army in corners, bro. Like it's insane. And I mentioned it as well in our previous video as well. Like I feel like he doesn't have as many fuck ups as he used to before. Like he's matured a lot ever since he's joined Arsenal, in my opinion. So I had him. Honestly, I think that's a good CB duo. There were a couple of names that I was looking at. Obviously, like Saliba didn't have the best year so far. I opted for Gabriel over him. Konate was a big one. And then I think Milinkovic from Nottingham Forest was a decent shout as well. Especially like it's his first season as well. He came from Fiorentina. It was right, I think.
Yeah.
Fiorentina. Yeah, and he's created like a very good partnership with Murillo at Nottingham Forest. But yeah, but so VVD, like I said, our CB duo is Virgil van Dijk, the best center back in the world, and we are going to go with Gabriel as well. That is our CB duo. Now, we are going to go to midfield. I forgot to ask you guys as well. What formation did you go with? So Naeem, what formation did you go with?
4-3-3, but with the CDM instead of the attacking midfielder.
Okay.
2 CMs.
Okay. Amirali, what did you go with?
Yeah, like a 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1 kind of thing.
Okay.
There's 2 like CMs and one of us cam.
Okay. Parham, what'd you go with?
Mine, I mean, it's like I kind of got like 2 CMs and I mean, one of them you could call him a cam, but
Yeah.
and a DM. Yeah. So
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
I think we all have pretty much the same.
pretty
think
similar stuff.
I think it's gonna be interesting because I when I did mine, I knew that I would be a little bit different. I kind of have like a 4-2-2 type of thing, bro. So it's like two CMs,
or triple two.
yeah. So like two CMs, two like cams, basically a little bit further out wide,
Yeah.
and then two mans that can play in the middle like strikers. That's how I did.
Oh, okay.
But we'll go through the names and then we'll see
Sure.
who's in it. Who are your midfielders, Parham?
I have Cole Palmer, Caicedo, and Gibbs-white. So I'm putting Palmer in. Man, this guy, bro, he's fucking Hollywood, you know? Like he has like how many goals? 13 goals, and then like a handful of assists. Like he's just doing his thing.
Yeah.
They're fourth place now in the league, so you got to put in some Chelsea mans here. And if I had to put them anywhere, it would be in the midfield. Caicedo, he's had like the highest match ratings on average out of all the Chelsea players, and he's holding that shit down. So. I mean, there you go. Yeah, I would definitely put those two in. Gibbs-white, I put him in. I had to put in a Nottingham guy. I noticed Ghent was going off with the Nottingham guys, and they got to be in this because like they're just having a fantastic season. And if I had to put in anybody, it would be Gibbs-white, just because I feel like when you think of Nottingham, you think of Gibbs-white, and if it wasn't for him, I don't think that team would be the same.
Yep.
Everything kind of just like flows through him. So, yeah, I'm putting him in there. So that's my trio of center mids.
Solid. Yeah. All right. Amirali, your midfielders.
Almost the same as Parham. At Caicedo, I had Palmer, but my third guy was Gravenberch. So I'm going to start with Caicedo first. You know, in Rodri's absence this season, I think this guy has pretty much taken the place of, you know, the best CDM, CM, and just holding it down. Even if Rodri was still playing, I think he's improved compared to himself from last season. But he's definitely got to be in there. You know, Gravenberch, this guy, you know, compared to last year with the new manager coming in, he's really taken the position and made it his own. And, you know, his assists and goals maybe don't look as great, but that's not what you judge a midfielder by. This guy's getting regular 90s and playing, I think, starting almost every game. So, you know, he's made a very solid half of the season. And, you know, the last person, my cam. So those two guys are my the two CMs. And then the cam a little bit forward, Palmer. You know, 19 goal involvement this season. Chelsea haven't been that good this past few games.
Yeah.
Could have been higher, but yeah, he's got to be in there.
And then Naeem.
So I went with the 4-3-3 with CDM, and my CDM is Ryan Gravenberch. Amirali covered it best. I was reading a stat where he was in the top 3 interceptions in the league with Kenatite and Virgil van Dijk. So as a midfielder between the two defenders, he's up there. Not much more to say about Gravenberch. He's in there. Morgan Gibbs-white. Back to Parham's point, they wouldn't be in top 4 without him contributing to the goals and assists. I think he's the best midfielder. Number 3 is Bruno Guimaraes. That might not be in anyone's midfield 3, but you know he has 5 assists this season. Goal. I think he's been solid. The clog in Newcastle midfield, and they're pushing top 4. So that's why midfield 3.
Yeah, no, I thought of Bruno G as well. All right, so like I said, I guess I had like a midfield of 4. I guess. So I'll just say my names and then whoever we have, we'll do it like that. But
Are we coming down to 3? Are we?
Yeah, we'll come down to 3 because the thing is like one of my cams, I feel like he might be in one of the attacking positions for you guys.
Okay.
So that's the thing. So if he is, we'll shoo him in there. If not, doesn't really matter. But so I had my 2 like CDMs are Caicedo and Gravenberch. Those are my 2 CDMs. You guys basically said everything there is to be said. Caicedo, like both of them actually, one of the most improved players, I would say, compared to the last season. Caicedo at Brighton, we knew what he was. At Chelsea, he was terrible his first season there. And the thing is, like, a lot of people are reactionary nowadays, bro. Like, they ruled him out after like literally his first season at Chelsea. Yeah. But now that he's integrated there, we kind of see like, this is the Caicedo that we were seeing at Brighton. I love him, absolutely love him. Same for Gravenberch. Not much to be said. Like Slot has literally, I don't know what this guy did to him. It must be that Dutch connection or something like that, bro. But he's like a new player, and I love Gravenberch. He's very, very solid. Those were my 2 CDMs, and then my 2 cams, I guess. One of them was Cole Palmer. Not much to be said about him. He's just cold, you know. That celebration alone deserves to be. That brother stole it actually from Morgan Rogers, bro, or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, it's Trae Young. Go Trae Young.
Oh, was it? I don't know, but Morgan Rogers. But Morgan Rogers did it like when they were on the same team or like something like that.
Probably.
I think
It
at
was
City,
Rogers.
right?
Yeah, it was Rogers.
Yeah, exactly, right. So, anyways, but yeah, Cole Palmer, bro, like he's one of the best players in 2024 in general. like the last year, this season as well. He's keeping it up. That brother is insane. Not the brightest young lad, I would say.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa. But his interviews crack me up, bro.
Yeah.
So he was one of my cams. Have to have them in there just based off of numbers as well. The other cam that I had was Cunha. He was my other cam that I had in there.
Good job.
Yeah.
He's having a great season, bro, especially for a club that's like in relegation battle, Wolves. That brother is outstanding. As of right now, I think in the EPL, he is probably like one of the most informed players, I would say. So I opted for him. So three votes for Gravenberch, 3 for Caicedo, and 3 for Palmer. So
Nice.
Caicedo, Palmer, and Gravenberch, that is our midfield trio. Okay. Now, from our midfield, we are going to go to wing, I guess. You guys want to do right wing? Start off there, or right
Yeah, let's do
midfielder,
it. Yeah, let's
whatever
do
you
it.
guys did, I guess. Okay, so Parham, who is on the right for you? I feel like
Mo Salah.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on now. It's got to be. I honestly, I'd be surprised to hear anybody else. I mean, I know you probably thought I might say Saka, just like Arsenal bias, but no. Salah, I mean, I don't know. Could be his last season. I kind of hope they do win the Premier League just because, like, just for him. You know, I think he needs a proper, like, Premier League win that wasn't during the COVID season, and like I don't know, they're killing it this year. I do think that they're gonna slip up later on, but till now they're killing it. So yeah, I'm going with Salah. Nothing more to be said there.
Amarali, who's your right winger?
Salah. I mean, this is going to be a short one. You know, the guy has 31 goal contributions so far in the league, and I was reading his stats somewhere. He, in terms of like half a point, like 18 games or 19 games or whatever it is, he has the most goal contribution out of anyone in the Prem history, and in top 5 league history, he's only behind Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. In terms of, and those guys were in La Liga, so like you want to compare La Liga.
What the hell do you want? What the hell you? This guy's trying to start a whole nother beef with you.
No. What I'm saying is he's up there with the freaks.
Yeah.
He's up there with the freaks. And this guy's just getting better every year, and he's like 32 or 33. Whatever. How old is he? Like,
yeah, dude, straight machine.
It's insane that he might just leave on a free. That's just insane.
To Salah, Naeem, who'd you go for?
You know what has to be said? A player from Roma, from Serie A, become a Premier League great. That has to be mentioned there. Obviously, Salah, I think he's the best player. He should deserve Ballon d'Or coming up.
Yeah.
For me, it's got to be him. There's no one else better in the league. But again, he's from Roma, so I'll leave that to interpretation.
That's crazy. But before that, he was at Chelsea
and Benfica. Right?
But he performed at Roma to get Chelsea.
Not Benfica. Basel, bro.
Basel, sorry.
Basel.
And Fiorentina.
Fiorentina.
Again,
Like his performance in Roma got him to it. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah. I mean, no secret. Salah as well, bro. That brother he's the most informed player in the world right now. The front runner for the Ballon d'Or as well. Hopefully Rafinha can chase that. But anyways, we're not talking about Rafinha. Not much to be said about Mo Salah. He tied Henry, right, for most goals in the EPL history.
It's great.
Fucking hell.
Like, that's insane. As a winger to be in the top, I think top 8 now, kind of, in EPL history in terms of goal scoring. And he's probably going to get up there because I'm pretty sure he's like 2 goals away from whoever was ahead of him, I think, or something like that. So if he stays there an extra season, he can crack like top 5, I think, or something like that, bro. So it's insane.
Disrespected, man. I've always said this.
Is he better than Hazard, though? Is he better than Hazard?
But that's a question. Like, what are we talking about?
When you get
Quality?
Quality?
Like peak, yeah. Let's go peak.
Quality Hazard is better, in my opinion.
That kind of goes hand in hand with peak. Like who
At the peak of their power, I think Hazard is a better player.
But who had a better Premier League career?
Yeah, that'd be a
Who would I have on my team? Salah.
That's tough.
I would have Salah on my team. If I'm making a team and I'm having a team for like 5, 6, 7 years, I want a player, I'm picking Salah.
Yeah, exactly. Because he has the longevity to back it up. But if I'm talking about like quality wise at a peak level, I think Hazard. I think Hazard for me personally.
I agree with that.
Like Hazard was a magician, bro. You know what I mean? Like the technical quality. Hazard could literally. I mean, Salah does this as well, but Hazard could pick up the ball at half, bro, and then literally go and dribble 5 mans and get you a goal whenever you need it. Like he has a goal against Liverpool doing that. I swear, I remember.
Arsenal too. Yeah.
Okay, we don't need to bring that up.
Anyways.
He literally dropped.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Like, that's why you kind of have to like put a little bit of context into it. Like, are we talking about quality as a player, or are we talking about the overall package? Because if you're doing the overall package, then obviously you need to put in like longevity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Salah edges it.
But even in the quality, like he's not like that much lower. He's like just below. Like
No, I agree with Abrali. It's
like
he's not.
It's
No,
like Salah's just like worse.
No, it's not like Salah is like.
He's still a fucking sorry. Like, he's still.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like
You know
Salah
what I mean?
has elite technical quality as
It's
well.
just Hazard was just crazy.
And and I think the quality that Salah has that was kind of disrespected up until maybe like this season or last season or something like that, where he kind of had to take a little bit of a more leadership role, is like his creativity as well, the assists that he has and stuff like that. Like before that, a lot of people were just saying, "Yo, like he's a goal scoring machine," but like they weren't really talking about his creativity. And I feel like he has stepped up a little bit in terms of that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, Hazard had everything. That's like. Hazard was insane, bro. But I seen that debate on Twitter. That's a good question, though. That's the thing. But yeah, so clean sweep. Mohamed Salah is our right winger for EPL.
Yes, sir.
As of right now, and probably up until the end of the season at this rate. I can't lie. From right, we are going to go to left. Amirali, who was your left winger?
Yeah, so Cunha. That's my left winger. I know, like you said, Wolves haven't had the greatest of seasons, but he is the brightest thing in that team. 10 goals, 4 assists. Maybe next year, if Wolves don't end up doing too well, he gets a big move.
Yeah.
One of the bigger clubs, but
no, fair.
But
Decent shot. And then Naeem, who's your left winger?
Heung-min Son.
Heung-min Son?
Yeah, I think he's been world class season over season, but people disrespect him because he plays for a shitty club like Spurs where he doesn't get recognition. He really wasted a career. We wasted an entire career at Spurs. So, anyways, Heung-min Son for me, I was really looking at talk about Grealish or Martinelli. It's like Heung-min Son. No. I think I would take. That's who I associate with English, left wingers. But I would still take Heung-min Son. I just look at like how good he was season after season for Spurs. Like, undoubtedly for me, it's like left wing.
And then Parham, yours?
Yeah, I went with Mateus Cunha. I know he's not traditionally like a left wing, but I mean, I think he would be all right in that position if we have to put him there. He's just been crazy, man. Like 10 goals, 4 assists, on like one of the worst teams in the PL. Like it's hard to stand out on such a bad team. And I'm sure if they get relegated or even just scrape relegation, he should probably move to a bigger club. I'm sure they're gonna want a big money move for him. But yeah, man, he's stood out in a bad season, and so specifically for this year, I'd have to take him. But I know you mentioned Heung-min Son. I mean, Tottenham, dude. I'm never gonna pick him, but overall as a quality player, he's great. But they've also had a really bad season. So
would you take him? Yeah. Would you take him at Arsenal right now?
I think it would.
Heung-min Son.
Yeah,
I think it would.
Oh yeah, of course. No, I would. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, he's right.
I'm dead. Yeah. No, solid shout. I mean, like I said, I had the 2 cams and 2 strikers, so I didn't really have a left winger. So that's why, because you said he's not like a traditional left winger, that's why I did Cunha as like a cam. And then Salah, I didn't even have Salah as a right winger technically. Salah was one of my strikers because he can play in that role as well. 3 of us have Cunha in our team, so we'll decide the formation at the end if we want to put him on left or whatever we want to do with him, I guess. But yeah, Cunha is in our team. Cunha is, as of right now, our left winger for team of the season so far. So our last spot is striker. Naeem, who did you go for as your striker?
Okay, so I have a player. His name is Chris Wood at Nottingham Forest. So it was a toss between him or Alex Isak. It's not to say that Isak's been better or worse than Chris Wood, but I felt the need to put Chris Wood there. He's from New Zealand, so my grandparents from New Zealand, my grandmother's from there. My grandpa.
The hell, I didn't know that.
No, my grandmother's from there. So it was more of a personal connection for me to pick Chris Wood. He's been a bit of a journeyman from the Premier League. So he's been through Burnley. I'm going to list out the number of clubs that he's been through. Okay. Burnley, Leeds, Newcastle, Ipswich, Leicester, Bristol City, Brighton, number 7, Barnsley, number 8, West Brom, number 9. So number 9 clubs before he got to Nottingham Forest. And he has 25 goals in 50 games for Nottingham Forest. So 0.5, he's scoring a goal every other game. So I put Chris Wood there, other personal preference. Isak probably is better. I'm admitting that, but that's who I have for my start, Chris Wood.
Oh, that's a
New
solid
Zealand.
shout. Honestly, I was thinking
Yeah.
of Chris. Like when I narrowed the names down, Chris Wood was probably my top 3 in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, decent shout. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much same as name. I had Chris Wood, and I had
Wow.
my second shot was Isak. Actually, the only reason I had to go with Chris.
So you have Chris Wood in your
I
team
have
then.
Chris Wood. Yeah, I have
Okay.
Chris Wood. I don't think in this team I had a Nottingham man, so I had to pick one, but not just I had to pick one. He's been phenomenal. I think he scored today. He has
Yeah, he scored
now
today.
he has 13 goals and assists. Again, that's not like the highest. I know Haaland has like a higher goal, but like that's not what we're looking at here. Like Haaland scored like 10 goals in 5 games and didn't do anything for the rest of it. Nottingham's third, so I think all of you guys had like more than one player in there at least. I'm the only one with one player.
Yeah, with Nottingham or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. He's my only Forest guy in here, so
Fair.
Wood.
No. Yeah.
But shout out to Isak.
Yeah.
He's had like almost 20 goals and assists or whatever it is this season.
It's class.
Okay. All right. Parham, who was yours?
I got Isak, yo, that's crazy. I mean, like, I think Chris Wood like has had a great season, but I think he's also benefiting in this case from the fact that he's elevated so far from like his previous performance. Like Isak is just consistently this good, and if I had to come up against any striker, it would be Isak. Speaking of which, we're coming up against him tomorrow, for fuck's sake. But like,
Oh yeah.
Would you take Isak
yeah.
at Arsenal?
100%,
Yeah,
right now, right now.
absolutely.
Of course.
Not for like 200 mil, but like I'll take him, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's an all around like advanced forward, just amazing. He has more goal contributions as well, 13 goals and 4 assists. I know Chris Wood
Yeah.
has 12 goals, 1 assist. So I mean, overall, just performance wise, he's playing better too. And I'm just happy I don't have to say Holland this time. Like, oh my god, I'm just tired of saying this guy's name. But yeah, Isak this time around.
My striker, like I said, I had the 2 solids, one of them, but my proper striker, I guess, would be Alexander Isak. I had him as well. I think he's a complete striker. I remember when he was in La Liga playing at Real Sociedad, actually, and he was linked to Barcelona as well. We were looking at him, and then he moved, I think, for 70 mil or whatever. But like even at Real Sociedad, you could tell that this guy like had a bright future ahead of him. So he's been killing it. Him and Haaland actually have 17 goal contributions, like you mentioned, so they're tied as of right now. And he's produced against the big boys, bro. Like he scored against Arsenal, Liverpool, I think Spurs or whatever. Like I'm pretty sure that he scored against a bunch of them. So
He's been solid, yeah.
Yeah, he's been solid, bro. Like I said, Chris Wood was up there for me, but I just think Alexander Isak is having a better season overall. But yeah, that's interesting because we have 2 Chris Woods and 2 Alexander
What's
Isaks.
tiebreaker?
I
We have
don't
to.
even know how we're going to do this.
If we go by stats.
Yeah.
If you go by
Isak
stats,
wins it.
then
If we
Isak.
go by stats, Isak wins it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
And then Naeem even mentioned, bro, that low key he's like Isak deserves. to
Yeah,
be
no, yo, low key, like if I didn't have a familiar connection,
Yeah,
I'd probably
that's a
go.
snub.
I'd probably go Isak, man.
If Isak was from New Zealand, that brother would have him.
Yeah, you'd be in there, bro. No, it's good to see someone from New Zealand at that part of the world to do so well in the Premier League, right?
But yeah, so Alexander Isak is our striker for the team of the season so far. We have in net, we have David Raya. Left back, we have Robinson. And then right back, we have Trent Alexander-Arnold. We have CB duo of Gabriel and Van Dijk. And then our midfield trio is Caicedo, Gravenberch, and Cole Palmer. Left wing, we have Mateus Cunha. Right wing, we have Mohamed Salah. And then our striker is Alexander Isak. Okay, so that's our lineup. Honestly, that lineup wins the Prem, probably, most likely.
That lineup wins most leagues.
Those brothers might even win the Champions League, bro. I can't lie.
That's what I
But
mean.
manager of the season so far. Okay, so top of your head, Amarali, I'm curious, who would you have? Ruben Amorim.
Nah, well, it's tough. I mean, I don't know. I would want to say Arne Slot. I mean, that's a good shout. But just to be a little bit different, I mentioned it earlier. I'm a pretty big fan of Marco Silva. I know Fulham's not like top 6 or 7 or whatever. I really think this guy has a big job coming for him at his next job, next team. So I'm gonna go with Marco Silva.
Naeem, who's yours?
Has to be Arne Slot. He's only made 1 or 2 signings this summer. Off the top of my head, only Federico Chiesa. How many other managers in the league have made,
Yeah, but look
more
at the
signings
team
than him?
he inherited.
That's the point. But again, he still had to inherit the team. He didn't get to make any of his own players
Absolutely,
integrate.
yeah.
Yeah, they're a good team. No,
You gave Ruben
absolutely
Amorim that team. I
yeah.
think he would have done pretty well. I mean, we wouldn't know, but
We have to always turn it around to United, bro.
you guys turned it around to United. I didn't turn it around to United.
No, Arne Slot, number one.
Fair. No, yeah, fair shout. And then Parham, who was yours?
Nuno Santos. He's come
That's a
on,
good
man,
shout.
bro. Like 17th to like third, took
Yeah.
over Steve Cooper's mess, bro. Like, yeah, he's always working magic too. Like, I remember even when he was at Wolves, like he was just a
Wolves.
great coach. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, they just any team that I can remember him being a part of, they've really excelled, and I mean they're doing it this season. So yeah, it's got to be him.
Yeah. For me, it's between Slot and Nuno. I think I'm gonna give it to Nuno just because of what you just said, bro. Like 17th to third or whatever. Like Slot as well. Big ups to him because he's basically most likely winning the league and not made any signings first season coming in and everything. Like, but Nuno, bro, like 17th to third. It's unheard of. When we were doing
Yeah, it's
our
crazy.
like I'm not even us, but like just other mans in general. They had Nottingham Forest in the near relegation battle when we were doing our initial
Oh
one.
yeah.
So I'm gonna edge it to Nuno just because I think that is more of an impressive job in my opinion. Let's say what Slot is doing right now. And the other thing is, I don't know if Nottingham is gonna stay third. They might go down. So I'm gonna give Nuno his flowers right now, bro. Slot most likely might win the league, so I'll just give Slot his flowers at the end of the season. So I'll go
Yeah.
for Nuno right now.
Yeah.
Like I think they deserve it. There you guys have it. That is our team of the season so far in the EPL. Very, very solid team, I would say. But let us know what you guys think of our current lineup. Let us know if you think there should be any players in there. Let us know if you think most of those players that are in that lineup right now are going to be in the lineup at the end of the season. Like a lot can change literally for the next 20 games or something like that, right? So, yeah, right. Like anything can happen at the end of the day. The only thing that probably won't change is Salah having the most goals and assists. I would say like that brother's so
Oh
clear.
yeah.
Unless Haaland does something,
KDB
yeah, like
comes back and Haaland gets like
yeah,
silver
yeah,
platter. Like,
yeah, exactly, bro, exactly.
they
But-
won't even win the league, but he'll just score like 20 more goals or something. Like crazy
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
But so far, it's not looking that way. The surprising thing is no no United. Well, no United players in there, but I meant no.
I almost put Onana.
I
but-
meant no City players in there. My bad.
Ridiculous to put it on.
My bad. So no City players
yeah,
in there.
that's the big surprise.
So that's the biggest surprise. But yeah, like I said, let us know what you guys think of our lineup. And yeah, from everyone from Footy Gents, we will see you guys on the next episode. Until then, take it easy. Peace.